What's up, guys? I got 6 player props for game 2 of Heat vs. Nuggets. And unsurprisingly, especially after game 1, the Nuggets are very big favorites. Once again, roughly 3-1 favorites, 75% to win the game, minus 300 odds across sports books. So I say this in every video, but as a sharp sports bettor, right, we treat every single sports book as a data point. So what this odds jam algo odds column is just kind of a weighted average of where sportsbooks are setting the line. And you can see the Nuggets were initially about minus 325 odds. They've drifted up to just being minus 305. But in general, the Nuggets are huge favorites in game 2. But I have some player props. So we're going to go through a variety of player props for today. And my first play is from the sportsbook screen on OddsJam. Right? So this betting tool, it's really simple. Nothing complex here. All it does is it shows you where different bookmakers are setting the line. So as an example, for Jimmy Butler, all the books have his points plus assists line at 32.5. Right? There's no value in the market. There's no discrepancies between sports books. But if you take a look at Porter, so you can search for specific players, is what you're going to notice is Parlay Play. They have Porter Jr.'s line at 17 points plus assists. If you go over to Underdog Fantasy, right, they have his line at 16.5 points plus assists. So Prize Picks, all these sports books, every other data point has Porter Jr.'s line lower at 16.5. Parlay Plays at 17. So we found value, right? We found an edge. So we want to take his under. So that's the first pick that I went with. And then you can see in points plus rebounds, I've explained this before, but you never know where the value is going to be, what sports book the value is going to be on. So I really try to pull up and, have as many sportsbook accounts as possible. I've explained this before, but, as a sharp bettor, you really want to use as many sportsbooks as possible just because, again, you don't know where the value is going to be on a given day. Sometimes there's really good bets on Prize Picks or Underdog Fantasy. Other days, the value's on FanDuel. So the more books you have, the better. Right? Because you never know where the edge is going to be. As a sports bettor, you're kind of like a poker player. You show up at the table, you don't know what cards you're going to be dealt, right? You don't show up to the table and say, I'm going all in on the first hand. It's not how you make money playing poker, right? You have to be opportunistic. So what you're going to see is this is another play from the sportsbook screen is for Jimmy Butler. All these other books are data points, right? They all have Butler's line at 33.5 points plus rebounds. Parlay Play is asleep at the wheel. They got the line way too low at 32.5. As sharp bettors, every book is a data point. They're all telling us Butler should be priced at 33.5 points plus rebounds, which is the current market we're looking at. But again, I recommend checking out as many markets as possible. You never know where the value is going to be. So Parlay Play at 32.5, all the other books at 33.5. Go ahead and take that over. So that's the next pick that I went with. So I like to kind of explain too, kind of sports betting strategy, how these platforms work. So I've explained for Prize Picks, right? Any 6 picks you select, you can see Prize Picks recently added AFL. Any 6-pick entry you create, this is the payout you're getting, right? It doesn't matter if I switch this to a cricket pick, whatever. This is always the payout that we're getting. So on Underdog Fantasy, you're going to see they actually give you a bit better of a payout. Right? So on Prize Picks, if you go 5 for 6, you only get a 2x payout. On this Parlay Play platform, they're giving you a 2.5x payout. Right? So the payouts on Parlay Play are a bit higher. So if you break down, kind of the math behind this platform, and I'll include the spreadsheet in the description, what you're going to see is you need to win, this is literally just Parlay Play, their payouts, right? This is the platform we're placing our bet on, Parlay Play, is you're going to see you need to win, if you break down, go through the math, 53.2% of your player props to be profitable. So if you think about it, on Prize Picks, the way these platforms make money off you is they know if you don't have an advantage, if you don't have an edge, you're going to win 50%, lose 50% of your picks, right? You don't have an advantage, you're going to hit 50% of your over-unders, you're going to lose 50%. But on Parlay Play, again, if you go through the math, and I kind of have this little PowerPoint, you can reach out with any questions, but it breaks down for all these different DFS platforms, how many picks should you be going with and what is optimal, right? How many plays should you be going with? And on Parlay Play, it's 6 pick entries, and you have to win 53.2% of your picks to be profitable. So the second betting tool I use to find really good bets on Parlay Play is this Fantasy Optimizer. So you go to Fantasy and then Fantasy Optimizer. And the way it works is pretty simple, right? Again, everything on OddsJam is just based in sportsbook odds, like just raw data, showing you discrepancies in prices. All these books try to set lines independently. So as sharp bettors, we're using all this market information data to, find sharp bets. So basically the way this, Fantasy Optimizer works is pretty simple. So you just go to Fantasy Optimizer, and you can use it for Jock Market, right? You can see there's actually some really good value on this other sports book called Jock Market. So on Jock Market, you want to place 5 pick entries, whatever. Like you can look at all these different platforms, Sleeper, Jock Market, whatever. Is what you're going to see is like, okay, on this platform, Parlay Play, we want to be going with, what am I trying to say? We want to be going with 6 pick entries, and we're looking for picks winning above 53.2% of the time. So it just shows us a bunch of player props we can go with, including Jamal Murray over 6 assists, right? So this play looks incredible. 54.96% win rate. So that's well above 53.2. So it's going to be profitable in a Parlay Play entry. So this is another pick that I went with for the NBA Finals. So what I ended up going with all in on Parlay Play is these picks, but I'm going to explain to you like a little promo that Parlay Play has. So I mentioned to you, they have Jamal Murray's line at 6 assists, right? That's where, if you go back here, that's the play OddsJam is recommending on Parlay Play for a 6 pick entry. You want to take Jamal Murray over 6 assists, right? It looks incredible based on where sportsbooks are setting the lines. And what Parlay Play lets you do once per day. You can only do this once per day, and it's only a max bet size of $25, but it's called slide the line, right? So they let you basically, instead of getting Murray over 6 assists, we can get another half point of value and get Murray over 5.5 assists. Or you could take Murray under 6.5 assists. So you can slide the line in any direction you want. But obviously, if the profitable bet is Murray over 6 assists, I'd rather get his over 5.5 assists as opposed to his under 6.5. So I'm going to slide Murray's line to over 5.5 assists. That makes my profitable 6 pick entry. Again, all these picks are just from, that sportsbook screen, which we initially discussed, or the OddsJam Fantasy Optimizer, just taking these plays in green because those are winning above 53% of the time, 53.2% of the time. So all the plays in green are profitable on Parlay Play, right? 52% doesn't cut it. But if you can get, 53.2% or higher, so all these plays in green are going to be profitable in a Parlay Play entry. So I'm going to go ahead and lock this in for $20. And you can see right here, I have 6 picks total. It's a 25x payout. Again, that's what you're getting on either Prize Picks. If you go 6 for 6, right, you're always getting a 25x payout. So this promo on Parlay Play, the slide the line, it only has a max bet size of $20. So I hit this for, $20 to win that max payout of 500 if we go 6 for 6. And then they give me a bit higher of payouts. Once again, they give you a bit higher of payouts than Prize Picks if you go 5 for 6 or 4 for 6. So again, as always, reach out with any questions. 6 early picks I locked in. Let's make some money, guys.